All right, let's dive in. Today, we're on an epic quest, a high-speed chase across the entire globe to find the undisputed speed champion of the animal kingdom.
So, here's our game plan. First, we're going to explore why speed is so critical in the wild. Then, we'll blast through the land, the sea, and the sky to crown our champions. And finally, we'll get under the hood to see how they do it, and what we can learn from nature's incredible engineering.
First up, the need for speed. And let's be clear, in the animal kingdom, this isn't about getting a gold medal. It's a brutal game of survival.
So let me ask you a question. When you really boil it all down, what is the fundamental difference between the hunter and the hunted?
A lot of the time, it's really that simple. Speed. For a gazelle, being fast is the difference between living another day or becoming lunch. And for the cheetah, it's the difference between eating and starving to death. The stakes couldn't be higher.
Okay, let's head to our first arena, the land. This is where the rubber, or well, the paws, meet the road in a flat-out sprint for survival.
And just look at this lineup. We've got some serious contenders. The pronghorn antelope is a marathon runner, built for endurance at high speeds. You've got the sheer muscle of a racehorse. Even the elephant is way faster than you'd think. But way up there at the top of the list, well, one animal is in a class of its own.
And of course, the undisputed land speed champion is the cheetah, clocking in at an absolutely blistering 112 kilometers per hour. To give you some perspective, that's highway speed. It's achieving that with nothing but bone and muscle. Incredible.
But, its top speed isn't even the whole story. The cheetah's real magic trick is its acceleration. 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in just 3 seconds. I mean, that's supercar territory. It is just an unbelievable, explosive burst of power.
Okay, time to leave the dry land behind and plunge right into our next arena, the ocean. And down here, the rules of the game totally change. The biggest enemy isn't grabbing the ground, it's fighting against drag. Moving through water is tough, so your body design is absolutely everything.
Our aquatic contenders here are all masters of hydrodynamics. You've got powerful hunters like the mako shark and the orca. But look at the top of that chart, the sailfish and the swordfish. You see those long, pointy bills? They aren't just for looks. They literally help them slice through the water like a knife.
And the crown for the fastest swimmer in the sea goes to the sailfish, hitting an amazing 110 kilometers per hour. Now, what's just wild about this is that it's nearly as fast as the cheetah, but it's doing it in an environment that is 800 times denser than air. That's a true masterpiece of engineering.
So we've crowned the champions of the land and the sea. But now we enter the final arena, the one with the least resistance and the greatest potential for pure, unadulterated speed, the sky. This is it. This is the grand finale, where we're going to find the fastest animal on the entire planet.
But first, let's just set a baseline. In level flight, we're talking just flying straight. The champion is the white-throated needletail. It gets up to 170 kilometers per hour. I mean, that already blows our land and sea champs completely out of the water. But we can go faster, a lot faster.
So, let's ask the ultimate question. If we throw out all the conditions, no running, no swimming, no level flight, who is simply the fastest animal on Earth, period? Everybody, meet your champion, the peregrine falcon. Its top speed, a jaw-dropping, mind-blowing 389 kilometers per hour. No, that is not a typo. 389. That's more than 3 times faster than a cheetah. It's faster than a Formula One car. It is, without a doubt, the fastest living thing on Earth.
Okay, but here's the crucial piece of the puzzle. The falcon can't hit this speed just by flapping its wings. This unbelievable velocity happens during its signature hunting dive called a stoop. It soars way up, then tucks its wings in to become a perfect aerodynamic teardrop and just plummets, letting gravity be its engine. So there you have it, our champions, the cheetah, the sailfish, and the peregrine falcon. But how on earth do they do it? Let's pop the hood and take a look at the incredible biological engineering that makes it all possible.
The recipe for this kind of speed really has 3 main ingredients. First, you need explosive muscle power, like the hind legs on a cheetah. Second, you gotta have a streamlined body to just slice through air or water, like the sailfish's slender shape. And third, you need a super efficient energy system to fuel it all, like the peregrine falcon's amazing respiratory system.
So, why does all this matter? Well, these incredible designs aren't just fascinating facts, they're basically blueprints.
Nature is the best engineer there is, and we have so much we can learn.
There's actually a whole field for this called biomimicry, and it's all about learning from nature's genius. The way a peregrine falcon dives is inspiring the design of faster aircraft. The cheetah's flexible spine, that helps us build more agile robots. Even the hydrodynamics of a sailfish can help us design boats that use less fuel.
And all this really leaves us with one final kind of awe-inspiring thought. Nature has spent millions of years perfecting the physics of speed, so you have to wonder, what other huge, complex problems have already been solved out there in the wild, just waiting for us to discover them?